I'll send you the link. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. It's here, isn't it? Yeah. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Check for our YouTube live. We want to make sure everyone can hear. We want to make sure everyone can hear me. Test. 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 I'm going to close WebEye because it's taking up some of my. Okay. And I haven't got anything else open. Okay, perfect. Okay, we'll wait for some students. We can give it 7 minutes. I haven't got any other tabs open, which would take up a lot of connection. There's nothing. It's just some Excel spreadsheets and my lesson plans. I'm unsure as to why I had no connection. Okay, we have some new people who have joined the chat. Do we have any students in right now? Could you please write in the chat for me? Do we have any students of Cercle in the YouTube studio right now? Please write here if you are a student of ours and you've joined the chat. We really sincerely apologize for the difficulties at the beginning of this lesson. Just received a message that it's my colleague. Hello, Axel. What would you like to learn about today? Well, Alexandre, what would you like to learn about today? You get a free 5-minute one-to-one lesson. So I can see my, there's 5 people in the chat. I'm guessing this is everyone from the team. A joke in English, okay. I have to think of one that is suitable for the viewers. I wish I came more prepared. If you had a question on simple verbs in English, Axel, I'd be able to help you out. But unfortunately, I haven't planned for a joke, sorry. And yes, Alexandre, you're very lucky. Choose a topic, any topic you like, but not on jokes. Okay, I know a joke. I just thought of one. So there's 3 people in the plane. Okay, you have Messi, the football player, President Trump, and you have the Pope. Also, there is a small boy. There's 4 people on the plane. Messi, the Pope, Donald Trump, and a schoolboy. Unfortunately, the plane is going down. The plane is crashing. And unfortunately, there are only 3 parachutes in the plane. So Messi, he takes a parachute and he jumps. Donald Trump sees Messi leave, so he takes a parachute and he jumps. And so it's just the boy and the Pope, and there's 1 parachute left. And the Pope says, I'm really sorry, I'm really old. You take the parachute. I'm the Pope, I'm very religious. Take the parachute and I'll survive. And the schoolboy says, don't worry, Donald Trump took my school bag. There's 2 parachutes left. Thank you. Okay, we're still waiting for some students. I don't have many more. Well, the jokes I do have are quite rude. I don't think you should be posting them on YouTube Live. I'll tell you on Slack later. The confinement is difficult. It's a very small room. I wish I was out in the countryside like you. But that was a great idea, Axel, to actually get that game and we can play together. That would be awesome. Alexander and Alexi should get on that too. That would be fun to have a racing environment. Can be our substitute for ping pong. Okay, we're starting to get a few more viewers. If you are a student of Cercle, could you please write in the chat? We do sincerely apologize for the difficulties we've been having in regards to our technology and our connection, more specifically mine. We've had a lot of traffic today. Hello, Corinne. It's lovely to have you back. Thank you for waiting. I do really apologize for the connection issues, but at least you can hear me now, hopefully. We're just going to wait for a couple of other students to join and then we'll start the lesson. If not a lot of people join, Corinne, then you have your own free lesson. I think, Corinne, your son, I think, Alexandra, is a lovely salesperson and it's great to have him on the team. So hopefully, hello, Ellen. It's lovely to have you here too. Thank you very much for joining. We really do apologize for the connection difficulties in the last session. We hope that it won't be a problem again, and we're doing our best to restart the lesson. We would like to get as many students involved as possible, so we're just going to wait a couple of minutes to let those students join the lesson too. But in the meantime, perhaps you could tell us about your day. Ellen and Corinne, how has your day been? What have you done today? For me, it's been a normal day. The weather's been very nice again. We've all been working hard here at Cercle to try and make some more content for you and prepare future lessons. We'll obviously have to work on our connection after this, but this is the first week of our lesson, so hopefully these issues will become less frequent. Hello, I can see some more people are joining. Welcome to the lesson. We do apologize for the difficulties we had before, and we're just going to give a couple of minutes to allow the students to come back into the lesson. So I was just asking everyone how their day has been. For those students who are just joining, what have you done today? Sure, your chance to have a free one-to-one lesson. How has your day been? I'm happy to correct you and have a conversation. So what have you done today? I woke up, I had breakfast, I then did some work, I then had lunch. Yesterday, we cooked a dish and we made lots of it, so we were able to have it for lunch today too. So we hope a lot of the students will join. Unfortunately, there was an issue yesterday. Please bear with us while we wait for some students. If not, we can start the lessons shortly. So everyone, how is your day going? What have you been up to today? What do we have? Does anyone want to respond? Hello, Leah. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you very much for joining. I really do apologize for the difficulties we were having before, but thank you very much for waiting. Hello, Mark. It's great to have you as well. Welcome back. We apologize for the connection difficulties. We really do. But it's fantastic that you stuck around. Okay, fantastic. So while we wait for other students, I was asking what everyone has done today. So, Leah, it's great that you're here. Corinne, you work today. What do you work as, Corinne? Okay, Ellen, you've cleaned the house. Fantastic. Did you clean the whole house? Did you clean the kitchen? Did you clean your bedroom? Okay, Leah, I wish I was in confinement with you today. I love some cookies. What kind of cookies did you make? Chocolate? Nut cookies? I'd love to know what kind of cookies you made. Aline, thank you for joining us. You cleaned the glasses. Fantastic. And yes, staying sanitary is very important, Ellen. Okay, so I think we should start the lesson regardless. Hopefully some of the students will join later, but thank you for those of you that are here for the lesson today. So, nut cookies, that's fantastic, Leah. Okay, so let's start the lesson. Today, we're going to talk about simple verbs. Hello, Catherine. We do apologize for before. Thank you for joining us, those who've just come back. So, simple verbs in English is the topic today. Okay, so I'll try and speed up in the best interest of time. So again, we're set along a business school for teaching you English. Today, we're going to focus on the very basics of English, simple verbs. These are words that you will use on a day-to-day basis at home, at work, with friends or family. These are really important words we use to construct our sentences. Okay, so we're going to start with a little fun quiz, a fun fact section as always, and then we're going to go into some simple verbs which you will use daily. I'm going to ask you loads of questions, and I want you all to be interactive like you normally are. We had some fantastic suggestions yesterday. Hopefully, we can have the same again today. Then later on, we're going to talk about some more irregular verbs in the past tense. How do you conjugate them? How do we spell them? How do we use them? Okay, let's get straight into it. Okay, perfect. And again, thank you all for coming back and thank you for your patience. So to begin, we're going to have a quick fire round, okay? So, what is the shortest verb in English you can think of? What is the shortest verb in English? Let's see what you can come up with. So, a verb is a word we use to describe an action. Right now, I am teaching. Teaching's not very short, it's quite long, so I wouldn't do very well. Catherine's straight in there with to go. Yes, go is 2 letters. Can't get much shorter than that. You've got it, Catherine. So have you, Mark. Fantastic. Leah's thought of another one. Really good, guys. To do. To do an action. The French for do is faire. We often have another verb in English which we also use to describe actions, which is make. Do and make are verbs in English which we use to define the action faire. There is one more, and Leah has helped me out there. Excellent, Leah. To do, to be, and to go. Of course, the 3 shortest verbs in English. That was very quick. Maybe, even though we don't have many students today, we have the fast ones. That was really good, guys. Okay, so you're exactly right. Just 2 letters is the shortest verb we have in English. Okay, so the next fun fact, the next fun segment. What verb in English has the most meanings? What verb in English has the most meanings? Thank you for those who are just joining now. We apologize for the difficulties before. Today's lesson is on simple verbs. Thank you very much for joining us again. Hello, Natalie. It's lovely to have you here. And for everyone else who has just joined, Hamza, it's lovely to have you here as well. Hello. Okay, we have some answers. So the question now is, what verb in English has the most meanings? Leah has said to get. When we get something, it's when you take something. To get the newspaper would mean to go to the shop and buy a newspaper. It has many different meanings, but unfortunately, Leah, there is another verb with more meanings. To have, Corinne, that's a fantastic example. To have, avoir in French. I have a phone. I have a dog. Unfortunately, there is a verb with more meanings. To do, exactly, Aline. That's a very general verb, to do. We use that for many different actions in English. So for fair, I can do my homework. I can do the lesson with you. I can do the washing. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to help you and give you the answer. The verb in English with the most meanings is set. Okay, to set. Now, even though I've given you the answer, I would like you to help me discuss the meanings of set. So, how can we use set in a sentence? Can you use set in a sentence for me? Okay, let's see what you come up with, because there are loads of different meanings of the verb set. Okay, we have some other good suggestions here. Get and make, very good, Mark and Hamza. Okay, Leah, to set the table, fantastic. So set we can use to arrange something. So when Leah talks about setting the table, it means to arrange the plate, the knife and fork to make it look nice. We set the table, fantastic, Leah. We set my office in my living room. Yes, we can set up is the phrasal verb. We normally say, I set up in my living room. It means to arrange everything you need in one place. We can set up something. We can also set up a business. That would mean that you are starting a business. If you were to set up something, that's a fantastic example there. I will help you out. We can set a scene. Okay, so I could say the film Mad Max was set in the desert. It means the film took place in the desert. We talk about a drum set. The drums like this. The whole arrangement is called a drum set. We can talk about a set of teeth, a group of teeth. We can talk about exercises, okay? How many sets are you going to do? If I said I'm going to do 4 sets, it means I'm going to do 4 repetitions. Thank you for your suggestions, everyone, and thank you for those students who have joined again. We do apologize for the difficulties before. It's very good to see you again, Nariman. Welcome back. For those of the new students, we're talking about simple verbs today. So let's get started. We're going to start easily into the topic today. So we're talking about simple verbs. Can you list some simple verbs for me? Try and put them into a sentence if you can. Practice your English. Practice writing sentences. So list the verbs you know and write them in sentences for me. So now practice your use of simple verbs. What verbs can you think of? What sentences can you prepare for me? You can use it in your environment at work. You can make sentences for when you're at home. What verbs can we make? To get and to do. Fantastic, Natalie. To get and to do are fantastic, easy, common verbs. To put them into a sentence, we can say, I will get breakfast. It means I will go and get breakfast. Fantastic. Leah has written, I practice fitness in my living room during the quarantine. That's a fantastic sentence there, Leah. So the verb there is to practice, and you've used that in the present simple. Really good. I eat an apple. I like sport. There's no need for the word the in the sentence there, Hamza, but that's a really good sentence. I love sport too. So we've got a really good suggestion of verbs here and some fantastic sentences. I won't go through them all now, perhaps maybe later, but now we're going to go through a description of a verb, and I would like you to guess what verb I'm talking about. So again, it's very interactive, and I would like you all to guess the verb that I am describing, okay? So, when I am hungry, I will... What is that verb? Who will be the first one to guess the verb? When I am hungry, I will eat. Fantastically, to eat. Of course, it's a very easy verb, one we all use every day, 3 times a day to be more specific, maybe even more. Fantastic. We have some interesting answers. Pauline has said cook. Of course, we can also cook if we're feeling hungry. A lot of the times we need to cook our food. Okay, let's try another one, okay? When I am sitting down on my sofa and looking at the TV, I am the TV. What's the verb we use there? Because sometimes it's a common tendency for people who are learning English to use the wrong verb in this sentence. What do we say here? I am TV. Watching. Fantastic. Really good, Hajar. We say we are watching TV. It's incorrect to say we are looking at the TV, okay? So now we've talked about some simple verbs. I would like you all to help me make some sentences in the past tense. Now, when we create verbs or use them in the past tense, for the regular verbs, we simply add an ed at the end. So, can we all think of some regular verbs and can we use them in a sentence, please? So, for example, I watched television yesterday. I'm thinking of loads of irregular verbs, so you guys will have to help me out here. Leah's made a fantastic sentence here. I loved my cat. Watched exactly, Mark. Can you make a sentence for me? How big of a sentence can you make? Can we make or use our simple verbs in the past tense? Fantastic, Naiman. I finished reading my book. I worked in my house. I traveled to Portugal last year. These are excellent sentences, everyone, and I can't see any mistakes in any of them. Okay, so we've spoken about the regular verbs and how they end with ed. When we also talk about irregular verbs, it's not okay normally to add the ed on the end. They have a different conjugation. Okay, so let's start with the more advanced topic now. Let's make the lesson a little harder for you all. We have some really good sentences, so I'm sure you guys can, I'm sure you know a lot of irregular verbs. So perhaps we can list a few. What are some irregular verbs that you know? Let's try and make a list on the page here. Let's see what you can think of. What verbs do you find difficult to conjugate in English? We have some fantastic sentences while I wait for your responses. We have Chantal. It's lovely to have you here, Chantal. I cleaned my dog. Fantastic. So in the past, you cleaned your dog. Excellent. Natalie has practiced yoga with her daughter. That's fantastic, Natalie. I hope you had a good time. I went to the restaurant. Fantastic, Hajar. So obviously, you're talking about the verb to go. Okay? We don't say goad in English. We do not say G-O-E-D. We say I went to the restaurant. Fantastic. Leah's made a really good suggestion here. Bring. We don't say I bringed my friend to the party. We say I brought my friend to the party. Fantastic. Hamza with an excellent suggestion there. No. We don't say I knowed. We said I knew the answer to the question. Fantastic. And we have loads of other good suggestions. Mark has pointed out sleep is in fact slept. Find, found, and fund. Fantastic. Get and got Hamza, so we need to replace the U with an O in that situation. To teach, exactly, Catherine. What's the past of to teach? I see a lot of you writing down the present, but what is the past? Fantastic. I think you have a really good knowledge, and we have some fantastic students here. Thank you for your contributions, all of you. Yeah, you flew to New York? No, man, fantastic. We went, told. Okay, so let's try and use these knowledge and our irregular verbs in this list here, and let's try and write some sentences. So, who can write the longest sentence in the past for the verb eat? I don't think I've seen anyone write this down. So, who can write the longest sentence with this verb? Full, felt. It's fantastic as well, Chantal. We have say and said. There's loads of irregular verbs in English. We like to make things confusing for you all. But hopefully this lesson can help you understand and learn these irregular verbs. And the aim of this lesson is to make you feel really confident in speaking in the past tense using these irregular verbs. So what do we have here? 8. Fantastic. I asked for a really long sentence. How long of a sentence can you make? I ate my brunch with my friends. Fantastic. So in the past, you ate with your group of friends. That's a really good way to use that, Leah. Ruben ate pasta with cheese today. I know Ruben, and I know that he loves to have tuna with his pasta, so I'm very surprised there, Ruben, why there wasn't some tuna there too. Mark ate pasta for lunch. Really long sentences, guys. Try and write as much as you can. You want to practice your English. Yesterday, I ate some cakes with chocolate. Were they good, Aline? Were they nice? Were they not so nice, maybe? I'm sure they were nice. Corinne, yesterday, I ate a lot of cake. I love cake too. Okay, we have a new student here. I can't pronounce your name, unfortunately, but that's a really good sentence there. I ate right yesterday and I thought it was not so good, so I went to the doctor and he said I was okay. I'm glad you're okay. And we have some fantastic sentences. It's really good to see you all practicing. What we sometimes forget is it's really important to just practice English and don't be afraid of making mistakes. That being said, everyone here has made some really good sentences, so let's try again. But this time, really try and write as much as you can about one verb, okay? So another verb I can see here, which is irregular in the past, is think. Okay, who can write the longest sentence with think? I think one of you can do it. Do you know the past Do you know the past tense of think? It's very difficult. Okay, really good, Azza. It's nice to have you back. My sandwich was eaten by my dog, so I ate my kid's lunch. I love that. Very good. Okay, think and thank are actually different verbs. We say thank you for showing appreciation. Okay, so merci is the same word as thank. We thank someone. Think is ponce. You think about something. You have an idea. Aline Simon, that's very kind of you. I think you win this round. I think we have to give all the points to you, Aline. Thank you very much. Mark Lambert, yesterday I thought about your orange shirt. So, Aline, I should point out that when we use think in the present tense, we say think, and in the past tense, we use the word thought, which has been written below. We also have nary men. I thought the best solution to get fit is to practice fitness daily. Very good, man. I would like to point out that we normally say in English, I thought the best solution to get fit is to be active daily. To be active is the best way to stay fit. But a really good sentence, man. We have Natalie, who's written, I think you were supposed to write there. Maybe it was an error. To stay is a very good opportunity to learn English at home. Exactly. And that is the aim of these 3 lessons, to help you learn and to understand more topics in English. Fantastic. Okay, so we've talked about the past tense. We've talked about the regular tense, the regular verbs. Now, does anyone know what the past participle is, this is a tense normally used in the past as given in the name. We often use this tense with the words have or has. Okay, so it's a very difficult subject, and I want to explain it as clear as I can and go over some examples with you all. So the past participle, if I give you an example sentence, I could write down, I have eaten a cake today. Okay, so in the past, I have eaten a cake. It's an action that has finished. Okay, I do like cake, and I use this sentence a lot. I have eaten the cake. You're stressing that the action is over. It's a finite action that you're taking part of. With the past participle, we use a different form of the verb again. So this is very difficult. I understand that this may be difficult for some of you. If you know of a past participle and can use the word have or has with a verb, that would be fantastic. And I would love to see some suggestions and some ideas from you. Do we know how to structure the past participle? I've seen some fantastic responses already. Leah has written, I have given. So you're talking about the verb to give. In the past, it's gave, but the past participle, as Leah has correctly written, is given. I have given my phone number to the doctor. That's fantastic, Leah. That's a very difficult one. Well done. Hamza, have been. Exactly. Perhaps, Hamza, you can add something to the end of your sentence. You can write, I have been to the kitchen. We can't go anywhere else because of the quarantine, but I have been somewhere. Fantastic. Alina has written another fantastic sentence. Yesterday, I have broken a glass. You've used the correct participle. You've used the verb to break. The past is broke, but the past participle is broken. You're doing really well, guys. I'm really impressed. And again, it's really nice to have all of your inputs and have you writing. I will say, Alina, when we talk about being plural or singular, you said a glasses. When we say a, we're often referring to one object. When you say glasses, you've made it plural, so there's a bit of a contrast there. So it's either yesterday I have broken some glasses, or you can say yesterday I broke a glass, or yesterday I have broken a glass. A fantastic sentence. We have some really good suggestions from Mark, Chantal. I have just finished my tea. I have prepared. I have done a vegetable garden yesterday. Fantastic, Chantal. Did you do a vegetable garden? Did you plant the vegetable garden? Perhaps there's a more specific verb you could use to make the sentence more approachable. Corinne, she has eaten chocolate. Exactly. The past participle of eat is eaten. Really good. I haven't cleaned. Excellent. I can see loads of good suggestions. I'd like to carry on the lesson, so unfortunately I can't go through them all. But again, thank you for your contributions, and they're really good, guys. I'm very impressed. Okay, so we have a couple more minutes. We're going to try and give you as much content as possible because of the difficulties we had in the last half an hour. We have some really good sentences here too. Okay, so now we're going to have a bit of a fun exercise to finish, okay? So again, it's all about contribution. It's all about writing and being involved and remembering it's never bad or it's never wrong to make a mistake. It's good to make a mistake and we encourage it. So the first game, I struggled to find an answer myself, but I have one now, is we're going to try and think of verbs without a vowel. But it's very important. I should mention in English, we don't say Y. We don't think Y is a vowel. So in English, the vowels we have are A, E, I, O, and U. Okay, so Y is not a vowel. Y, c'est pas une vowel. So can we think of verbs that do not have a vowel in them. What do we think? Can anyone here think of verbs without a vowel? What do we think, guys? I've got one, but I'm going to hold it. I want you guys to give me an answer. Okay, I mean, not so many responses. Normally, you guys are really quick. You can think of loads of answers, but I think I finally found a question that's difficult for you all. Maybe I'm going to have to write my answer. No one? I'm so disappointed in every one of my students. I thought you guys would be good at this. I'm sure you're all on Google searching up verbs without a vowel now. No? Okay, I'm going to help you out. Try to try. I try skiing. I try making or baking. I try yoga for the first time. Try, yes. Yeah, so we have try. Is there another one? I'm going to try and think of one. It's very difficult. Cry. Yeah. It rhymes with try. Fantastic, Hajar. Try, cry. It's very hard. I do understand. I had the advantage of preparing the question and the answer, so I'm cheating a little bit. Okay, if it's very difficult, let's move on. Fly. Fantastic. Everything that rhymes with try or cry, exactly. So the next short exercise we will do is, okay, let's try this. In the first lesson, we played a game of categories. That's the English game. It's where I gave you a letter, for example, W, and you have to write down as many verbs, beginning with W. Okay, so how many verbs beginning with W can you think of? Okay, so go guys, try and be as quick as possible. Write down as much as you can. What verbs do you know that begin with W? Want, wake, fantastic, I want some cake. Okay, the idea here is to write as many as you can. So hopefully some people, other students in the chat who will not know the verb will hopefully take something away from this lesson and learn something. We have a fantastic list. Work, wear, walk. Who's written down walk? I'm going to write that. Walk. Alina just beat me there. Okay, how about won? I won the football game. Okay. Worry. Okay. If you struggle to understand the meaning, you can search any of these up, but it's really good to try and think about specific verbs to use in English. Work, win, watch, whisper. Fantastic. That's a very specific verb there, Johanna. Fantastic. I've seen wave. Exactly. To wave. To wave at someone is a greeting in most countries. Fantastic. Okay. It's difficult to count, and I don't want to waste any time counting who has the most, but it's a fantastic response from everyone. Thank you. Okay, now I have been told that we can offer someone in the chat free afterworks for a year. And an afterwork is essentially a meeting that we have every 2 weeks in Montparnasse where we offer free food and we offer free drink. For the person who answers this next question correctly, we will give you the opportunity to come to these afterworks for 1 year for free. These are run by Vanessa and myself, and we love to interact with the students, and this is a great way for you to learn English. Hamza, that's a lovely comment. Your name means whisper. Okay, so I want to make a question that is very easy to judge. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, who can think of the longest verb beginning with C? Who can think of the longest verb beginning with C? Okay, so this is for the chance of getting the opportunity to come to our afterworks. What do we think? What is the longest verb beginning with C? What suggestions does everyone have? Congratulations. Commit. Yeah, you can commit to a meeting. Fantastic. Cook. And you can't use Google. There's no Google on this. You can't search. To congratulate. Okay, fantastic. I think Vincent, I think you meant to say congratulate. So I think Vincent is winning so far with congratulate. We'll give everyone else an opportunity to comment too. But yes, to congratulate someone is a fantastic verb. When we congratulate someone, it means to show your appreciation for them. To cancel, to I think Corinne, you're trying to say contribute. When you contribute to something, it means you will offer something. You can offer aid, you can offer help. But a fantastic verb beginning with C, contribute. Coming, co-work, really good. So that's more of the name for a company, but it's a really good idea. Work is a very common verb to use. Fantastic, Chantal. What other verbs beginning with C can you think of? Otherwise, Vincent's won it, everyone. Do you want Vincent to win? Committed. Fantastic, Ellen. It's very long. I think congratulate is a little bit longer. Leah, I do apologize. I've seen you written congratulate. You will have to think of something for you as well, Leah. Okay, I think Vincent has won with congratulations. So congratulations, Vincent. Thank you very much, Naiman. No problem. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock, hopefully. And that is the end of the lesson today, guys. Thank you very much for joining. And again, I do apologize for the difficulties that we had earlier on. I will sort that out for tomorrow. We do have another free lesson tomorrow at 3. Every day at 3, we do have a free lesson. To quickly just tell you a bit more about ourselves, we're a company called Langues. We work on business English. And in this given situation, we really want to try and help you to try and learn something new in English. And I hope today you have learned something. I really appreciate everyone's contribution. It's really nice and it makes my job really fun to see everyone's contribution. And I really enjoy these. I feel like we have a connection and thank you again for all your contributions. It's really nice. Please subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and there's a description below you can find. So please subscribe. And if you have any friends who would like to join, please feel free to invite them. And thank you very much. I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you all have a good day and you stay safe. See ya.